Yeah, yeah.
Good to
Good to
go.
go.
It's the Jarran and Dom show. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Why am
yeah.
I out of focus? I can't.
Dude, you missed it. Missed a fucking potato camera.
I I'm gonna go back into my camera settings and adjust my focus to manual. I'm
Good.
sorry, everybody, that this is the start of the show. I should be more prepared, but I am not. That
Dude,
speaks
I
truisms about
I
my
don't
life.
think we were even prepared for this show at all. Like about 15 minutes out, I had 15 minutes to go with my computer updating. Has that ever happened to you? You just restart your computer just randomly and then it's like, bam, I got you. Install an update. No.
Uh,
No.
no, because I don't install updates. I'm really struggling with this focus thing. Hold on. Things at once, Dom is really bad at stuff. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yes. No, because I never restart stuff. Like I never install updates. I never like do that shit, man. I'm really, really bad with it. Like I just get like Michael Kaduri to install my camera updates when we're out on the fly filming stuff. I'm like, yeah.
Because he's like, how the hell haven't you updated this to the latest awesome firmware?
Yeah, he's very just techie like that, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But I'm just not wired that way. Like even with like iPhone updates, iCloud storage, like when I set up, the reason now that this YouTube is not monetized is amazing, right? So when I passed over control of like the system to Saturday, she's like, "Cool, I'll check it out. I'll get all the monetization information." I made the account while I was in Thailand, so it has a Thai address. I think it's a Thai YouTube account as well. But then it had a bank account that was linked to like the location was linked to Germany. So I could only get paid in euros. And then like, yeah, it didn't have any connection to the Australian account whatsoever. So then we had to like get it transferred to a German account and get that sent over to me and then shut down the email. And then AdSense won't let you create a new account with the same email.
Of course not.
So we're stuck in a demonetized world where YouTube hasn't replied or AdSense hasn't replied to help yet. So
What, YouTube not replying to things? Never. I know. Who would have thought? Pretty sure that's pretty standard.
it's in their mission statement. It's in the brand statement. Like, do not reply to people about issues with YouTube. No, I think it's really just that they're so massive, like as a company, that there's just so like imagine it, you know, there's probably like over 1,000 people who say, I have an issue that I need to attending to. Like there's got to be a lot of mass influx there that's just hard to handle on the first upfrontness.
Yeah.
Good use of the language there.
And like, why bother when the majority of them, let's say 99%, aren't making YouTube any money anyway?
That's very true as well, because most of those people who are low and complaining would be on the lowest side of the spectrum as well. Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking,
Yeah.
tea is just leaf soup.
Yeah. That is definitely so. And soup is just
totally off topic.
Is just bone soup, basically.
So if I chopped off my finger and put it in like water for ages, it could make like finger soup.
Yeah, it would be pretty tasty. You put some salt in it.
I don't know, man. My finger's been, you know,
Dude,
climbs walls and all that sort of things.
Yeah.
It's callousy.
Like, I'm pretty sure that your skin just has ingrained dirt into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sediment, bro. It's how you take drops. You just like ingrain sediment into your DNA, and then eventually you're like rock hard.
Yep.
I'm so exhausted, so I apologize for the like level of conversation being like.
Yeah, well, give it background as much as you can share, so it makes sense.
Working on a big project. Wish I could tell people more about it, but it's been just huge long days on set. I think yesterday for the end of it, we pulled like 18 hours or something like that. So insane hours, but you know, an amazing experience. What I can tell you, totally relevant to this channel, is that I managed to edit 3 videos in that time. So the consistency of videos is still there. Still will be rolling over. We still have turnover without. Hopefully, ideally, it'll catch up a little bit because it's still like a month behind in what I shoot to what I release, just because of the mass consumption and the 2-a-week schedule.
Yeah.
So maybe this little gap of breathing room will help catch that back up.
Well, maybe the goddamn music designer could make some more music, and then that would be a little bit faster, wouldn't it?
That usually would help, yeah. I mean, you have been more productive over the past few weeks.
I know I've made like
3 or 4
2.
tracks.
I thought it was 2. I don't know. Maybe it was 3.
During the period of the project I've been doing, it was like definitely you got 3 or 4 tracks to me because I used some, and I just released last week the one. Well, it's actually one of my favorite, meringue pizza, I think it's called.
Meringue pizza. You know that was Saturday being like, hey, can you make a meringue song? I'm like, what the fuck is meringue? That's a type of food, right? She's
yeah,
like,
that's
no,
what I thought.
It's a dance style. It's a dance style. So I think it comes from either Cuba or Puerto Rico. Either way, you just lump it in as Latin. It's just fucking Latin.
Well, see, I liked that track quite a lot, and that's it's funny that you say that you got the inspiration from Saturday, because Saturday's in that video at the start as well, doing jumps as well.
Shit!
So it's like a whole connected little thing.
Oh wait, that was your latest video, yeah?
Yeah. What did I call it? Have you done your parkour press today?
That was good because you used the track pack of like doom music, and then it moved into.
Yeah, it was the most like kind of holy, epic sound that I had from the track pack repertoire.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't really use. We haven't asked you to make too many like or like prairie things, so I just improvised what I got. But I think the vibe fit. I think it went well with pulled the gag off.
No, it was good. You and your gags. Love a good gag. Can we talk about my eye for a second? Look at it. It's like it makes the other one look bug-eyed. Yeah, but it makes the other one a bit. It's like I'm fucking Gollum around here.
I don't think it's as bad as you think it is. It's kind of like I like, sometimes you do a parkour line and you finish it and you're like, that was shit. Or you stop halfway and you're like, nah, I'm not going to keep going. And then someone who was filming or someone who was watching was like, no, that was pretty good. You should probably just have kept going. You're like, what? Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Just felt like it felt worse than it looks. And I think that's probably the case with your eye right now. It's just that perception. You've seen it all the time. You're like, really conscious of it. But for me,
my sexy, symmetrical face is all like lopsided. It's going down this way now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it weigh you down? Like when you're like walking around the streets,
but you know what?
Like veer off to the right.
I've started like closing my eye a lot more. It's like, it's just easier to just close it. I'm just gonna look just high for the whole day. Yep.
There's some people. I often am flabbergasted with certain people where I'm like, you definitely like. I walk around, I'm like, yeah, he's got those eyes. He's like that guy, and they've just never touched it in their life. And you're like, man, you probably shouldn't, because then you'd just look even more.
You look double high.
Double. Yeah. Do you think that like I've heard this ridiculous statement that if you like saw yourself walking on the street, you wouldn't recognize it, because like as a stranger walking past you wouldn't recognize you because of what your external perception of yourself is.
Yeah,
but I'm like
that.
Nah, that's bullshit, because I know what I look like.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. Has that whole kind of thing changed because we see ourselves on camera so much? See, it probably would have been completely different.
lens all the time, so I didn't really know what I actually look like.
You're just like this big-headed motherfucking blur. Just like I've got a fisheye kind of face.
Yeah, I really embrace like getting closer to the camera and warping the features as well.
I think it was true at some point in time, before cameras were an everyday thing. You only knew yourself as a mirror image of yourself. So you actually knew yourself as the inverse.
Yeah, and then I guess it was a lot more what you were projecting, because what you see in the mirror is a lot more dialed than what you see in a photo. But people still, like, when they see a photo, they're still only really looking at certain aspects of themselves. And I'm sure like when you look at a picture of me, I see it different to how you see a picture of me, but not enough to warp the perception of like, oh, I don't recognize me. Quite indeed. Yeah, Trump dead. Woo.
Trump died. He did.
Yeah, he had a heart attack when leaving the house white, and then now he's pooped.
Someone actually died, didn't they? And it wasn't
What?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, Sean Connery. That's not
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson at all.
No, Sean Connery. So sorry.
Yeah.
But he died of old age, I think, in his sleep. 96.
All right, that's pretty good then.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's more of a like celebration of his life at that point, and like all of his amazing achievements that he got to live such a long, full life that it is like mourning, like necessarily, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy is throughout our whole life, he has been an old man. Like, my first experience with him would have been fucking...
A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
No, Indiana Jones.
Yeah, well, see, I didn't watch Indiana Jones as a youngin'.
You fucking serious?
I watched it when I was older. I like, okay, so when I was growing up, until I was 10, I only watched like an hour maximum, like a week of like Bananas in Pajamas, Sesame Street, maybe like a couple of kids' cartoons like Banana Man or something. But we never watched TV.
Holy shit, Banana Man.
Dude, Banana Man.
Dude, and Super Ted. I think they were made by the same people. I don't fucking know. Everything was a blur back then. But
See, I didn't even know what Super Ted is, man. I know.
It was at the same. It was at the same time.
Well, see, I got I think Foxtel when we were 10 then, and that was like the end for me. That was like just was like fading into oblivion. I used to watch Disney Channel, and then we watched like Disney movies when they had the Disney movies on like 6:30 or whatever, because it'd be like 8:30 when we got home from skating. We could like watch that and then go to bed. So it was like we could get that, and then I started like taking Saturdays off skating, and I would just watch the Simpsons marathons that they would have every Saturday morning. Fox 8.
Damn.
And yeah, and then forever I was just hooked onto TV and film, and then I would just digest it.
Yeah, that's funny. Like, because I'm probably fucked up because I watched so much TV as a kid. Dude,
in the early part, right?
Yeah, in the early part. It was like ABC cartoons all the time after school, and then you switch over to Channel 10 to watch The Simpsons, and then I think I was even lame enough to watch Neighbours. And
see, I only had like month stints of those kind of things, like where my mom or sister would be really into a show, and then I would kind of like additionally be into it. That's how I got into shows like Desperate Housewives and Gossip Girls when I was in my teenage. It's like, yeah, they're good because they were just what was on in the house. Yeah. Shit.
Dude, I think my whole like life as a child revolved around TV. Because I remember you would go to late night SBS and they'd have like Neon Genesis and just like super weird anime and fucked up things.
Well, so, okay. First level of comprehension of like, so there was like Mr. Squiggle was around when I was young, like young. Yeah. First level of comprehension where shit was like hooking, Art Attack, right? That was like the first show. Bro, do you reckon you could bring up a video of Art Attack and we wouldn't get like...
Dude, I remember my school used to play Art Attack. Like we would watch Art Attack.
Man. It's like the best educational show in the world.
Are we just doing theme song? What are we doing here?
No, we want to see like him make something, bro.
Okay.
Him attack some art with like,
right, this guy is not the same guy, is it? We want like 1996.
Season 8. There we go. That's the guy. 96. Yeah. So how old was I? 4 years old.
This is an art attack.
Jesus. That's loud as fuck.
This is.
I think I'm just gonna jam this after the podcast, bro. And then I'm gonna go buy art supplies. I always like, so when I was watching this, I was at the back of my dad's golf shop, like where he like welded all the clubs and like all that sort of shit. Just be sitting on like a chair in the middle of like thousands of golf clubs and be like, yeah, sick. Art
Oh
attack.
my god,
then
what are we gonna make in the art attack?
run into the front office and try and like get paper and paper clips and anything. Like,
Really
give me
special
pen.
photograph that you want to frame, but can't afford one of those fancy frame.
Oh shit, we're gonna make a photo frame out of a sponge. There we go.
And then it's a case of that.
Boom. Boom. It's art attack on speed.
Then when you've done that, glue and
Glue
just
that
I
shit
think maybe this
together.
is where I grew my fondness for the British accent as well.
And literally load them up with PVA glue.
So peaceful and calming. Makes me think of like creating frames with sponges, you know?
Dude, everything had PVA glue as well. You just cover shit with PVA glue.
The glue, they're so porous. I'm going to put another one.
What's didn't you eat PVA glue or something like that? Or
No, PVA glue was the one. There was clag glue that you could eat. PVA glue is the one that you cover your like skin on and then you peel it off.
Get someone else to do it.
Ah, okay, yes, I remember. It was like the waxy effect.
Oh shit, you can just use household kitchen sponges as... Oh no, look, it's a rabbit in a sponge. Oh, it's that guy in a sponge.
Keanu Reeves, oh my god, look how young Keanu... I think that was the best part for sure. However, they had this claymation dude talking.
Yep, oh look, shit, they're making a scuba diver. What's happening
And the
here?
music and stuff. That, like, go back to that part, like, before we move on. You need to make me music sections like this for videos, just hit it.
Good.
That's the shit, bro.
It's the kind of music that I want. All right, we're going through. Oh shit! Shit fell through. Boom, boxes.
Billy B grade acting.
Oh no! Boom. Let's go.
Okay. I think we've attacked
done?
enough for now because I want to watch this episode later in my personal time now.
Good.
Wait, hold on. I've got to go get boxes. I got to go get like 1,000 boxes.
And some PVA glue. And maybe some flag glue if you're gonna eat that shit.
That's the eating one, clag glue. That's what I was trying to remember. Yeah. Okay. So speaking of like when you start to comprehend stuff, what was like the first kind of album or like music that you like remember like listening to that was your own taste? Because like I obviously had like my dad's taste in like 70s 80s rock, and I had like ice skating music, like classical music, but then it was like So Fresh albums and Ludacris, and then Missy Elliott. Yeah.
Dude, I don't think I have an answer to that. It's like I think my dad was all doing like folky shit, then my mom was listening to that 60s kind of rock, got into the Beatles, and then I would just follow along with what my siblings, because I have got like 4 siblings. It was like my brother was into like Green Day and all that kind of thing, but my sister got me into like rockabilly and psychobilly, that kind of stuff. But my brother, like my oldest brother, he was all into like the old school punk and the old school hip hop. So he was showing me like NWA, DJ Shadow, Roots, blah, blah, blah. But then also showing me like, I don't know, all of the punk guys.
I guess that's fortunate that you had like a broad spectrum to kind of pick from. So therefore you were kind of always listening to a diverse range.
Yeah.
'Cause it was like, for me, at dad's taste, I don't really remember mum, like, you know, what her taste in music.
I can message your mum if you want.
Nah, that's cool.
No.
She's probably sleeping by now.
Well, it is. It's pretty
9:24.
late. Yeah, shit.
No, but I saw my sister, and she was just into like whatever was popular at the time.
Yeah.
So I think also that's where I found Ludacris was through Yeah by Usher, because that was like my first like, oh my god, this is my favorite song. That's my song. Like, yeah. So from yeah, and then I heard Ludacris rap, and he sounded cool. So then I got his album Red Light District, and that was like the first, like hip hop album and like exclusive artist album I think I ever bought. I bought a few singles from like Good Charlotte and shit like that. I was just, but never committed to a full album.
We're really showing that that era of when things happened. So that's the same era as like Nelly coming out and R. Kelly and
I feel like it's just after they came out and became prevalent. So like Ja Rule was more like
yeah, right.
Nelly definitely was, you know, king
He was
during that
already
era
there,
of his like, yeah,
but he wasn't
popular.
on
But
the up and up.
R. Kelly was almost like, I think it was like almost post scandal or around
Duh.
scandalous times. So
If only we could have, known what they meant by all of that back in those days. We'd be like, oh shit, he was doing what with what?
yeah, well, I mean that's the, you know, I guess sad thing about a lot of those great artists that you find out a lot of those things about, and you kind of realize a lot more of the picture, and I'm feeling a lot more of those blanks. You're like,
Yeah, it was a little
but
bit weird.
hey.
Well, that's the thing. How many people would have grown up as Bill Cosby and like being a super wholesome character in their life, and their mum and dad would let them watch it, and blah blah blah.
Well, so that raises an interesting thought though. Is it's like in that sense, because before all of the things that probably raised a lot of good people and a lot of wholesome people. So yes, there's that negative thing that obviously would deteriorate that factor for him. But does it deteriorate that journey that those people had because of
Ooh,
that? Right?
philosophical questions.
Because you know they've become this good person along, you know, with this representative or this character or someone that they've tried to emulate. Um, and then like just because that person was had falsities, does that mean that then their foundationary platform is built on falsities, or is it built on the wholesome message that they actually have learned to believe it up until that point?
One would think that that would stem to the individual, because some people would be like, holy shit, my whole moral upbringing is a lie. And other people would be like, I'm a good person. He wanted to play with the kids, but I'm a good person.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a pretty big social divide. I guess it's like, where do you draw the line of identifying with something or someone? Because, for example, I always say to people, this is totally irrelevant topic wise, but parallel in metaphorical sense, I guess, is like, I always say to people, like, I just copied Jason until I like became my own person in a way of a professional freerunning sense. Like, I would just emulate what he did until I found like what my own taste and rhythm with that was. And I guess being closer with him, I was able to kind of have that like person to person relay of information, that sort of thing. So then now I don't go around being like, oh, I don't like identify as a Jason Paul freerunner. It was just he was an aspect of mentorship along that way.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure
I guess
he wanted to see you figure out your own shit as well and helped you along in that way.
yeah, definitely. I mean, there's certain. I remember like probably the most against the grain I ever went with like Jason's recommendations to what my brand slash like posting imagery stuff, that sort of thing, was. He was very much more about like a presentable, beautiful feed for clientele, and like making sure that everything was really crisp. Whereas I was like, I don't really mind about Christmas. I'm just trying to show like just the rawness of like an intensity of what the parkour or movement or free running movement is. So like information angles that show off like things, and only videos. I was like, nah, man, like photos don't work. Videos. And I just like like, because we originally the recommendation would have been 2 videos of photo, 2 videos of photo, 2 videos of photo. But when I just saw that videos were working better, I was like, nah, sorry, man. I ain't just gonna post videos every day.
Wow. Yeah, you kind of do that, don't you? I guess until you've got a photo worth posting. And then
I
you're
just
like,
post a photo about once a month. Change it up. Also just to you know, give people an idea of what I look like, not doing a jump and making a screamy face.
yeah, of course.
And I also like those ones because usually I find a photo to get a chance to use a talking point to interact with the audience and that sort of thing. So then we can have like a chat about what people are going for, what people are doing. You know what I mean? There's a bit of depth that can be added on a photo in the caption, as opposed to, you just quick like, hey, I did this
Look
with the video.
at the thing, yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
So there's that, but yeah, no photos. And I guess that's where you can so to guess round out that whole thought is philosophicalness is that you can draw parallels from anybody and identify with anybody to a certain level, but then becoming your own entity means that they were a part of that growth, and then I believe in not necessarily your foundational platform collapses because of whatever happens in that person's external life to you.
Yeah, I get it. You move away from it eventually.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you were like a Bill Cosby impersonator, maybe you have a different
that would suck for you.
viewership. Yeah, but aside from that, there's a very niche thing. I think you can, use the moral lessons in your own life the way you want to live them. That was so shit, but we'll just take it and just
Exactly. You want to talk doom and gloom? You think everything's gonna be fine? I think everything's gonna be fine. Have you noticed that everything's like, oh yeah, Trump lost, and now everything's fine?
Yeah, no, that's a very mass oversimplification in my eyes. Like, fuck, I mean, the world's far from being fine, but we'll be all right. Like, there's two lines of thought with that. I could talk about it from my general perspective, which is, will it stop me from doing jumps on walls day to day?
Wow, your
Probably
whole philosophy.
Probably not. But if we're talking on a grander spectrum of things, I think, it's probably a step in the right direction. I feel like the last 4 years from my things was more laughable for looking over that side of the pond. But all it makes me think is I have no idea what's going on with our political climate whatsoever.
There's a Twitter handle that's trending that says like Trump now, Scotty next, or something like that, and like that was worldwide trending. But
that's Trump in it. But like, people don't even know what that means.
Yeah. I mean,
I discovered.
Go on.
I have more clout than the Prime Minister, so what? Who are you even, Scott Henderson? She's got like
Scott
fifth
Henderson.
of my following online. At me, yes, Scott Hendo. Lead my country. No.
I don't think his name's Scott Henderson.
His name is Scott Henderson for sure.
Is it?
Morrison?
Yeah.
Scott Morrison?
Yeah.
Nah, it's definitely. Why are they?
ScoMo.
Yeah. Skendo.
Oh shit.
See, this is what I mean. This is how little attention that I'm paying to our political, deities, whatever you call them.
Deities. That's what they are.
I don't have a word, so I'm just going to call them gods.
Good. Oh shit.
It's going down in Crow's Nest.
Down out there.
Whoa. Back up.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Do we have a Liberal or Labour government in right now?
We have a Liberal government, and yeah, I don't think Scott Morrison could ever be Labour.
No, Scott Henderson. We just had this discussion.
Oh shit! Sorry, my bad. I don't know. I think it's kind of like Republicans and Democrats anyway, where it's a choice between two evils.
That's also an oversimplification. Jarran with the oversimplifications tonight. No, evil's such a strong word, man. I mean, do you really think people are maliciously want the worst for the country? Because that's what evil would be. They're just probably not that organized or not that responsible.
I think they want the best for some people and don't give a fuck about the other people.
Yeah, that's pretty fair to say.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how that wiring works with that. I guess where you get the gain from, but I guess loyalty to friends. But then when it becomes a bigger conglomerate, loyal to the oil lobbyists, you don't know what the oil lobbyists. What if some of them are douchebags? How can you commit to such a large party?
Yeah. I think it matters who for some people, it matters who's going to give you the job when you're not in government anymore. A lot of people go out of government into like some nice job where they don't actually have to do anything, but they did something for that company when they were in government.
True. I mean, I would like to, if ever, see someone who's like in a like that. We're seeing some candidates in the US. Obviously, I don't know anything about Australia, but it's like some people who have worked in a long-term industry and have an awareness of their own ability, and they're like, okay, now I also want to use that skill set or like those, you know, ethics to progress into politics and then move into that, as opposed to just be like a politician.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the next era of things, though, to be honest, is people who are less like traditional politicians, and like more, you know, new thinking for leaders as like the old breed dies out per se.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, do you think Mike Pence will make it through the 4 years without dying?
You mean Joe Biden?
Joe Biden, that one. See, I'm on it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there was a funny joke, which was like, Trump, you're not allowed in the White House anymore because it's for Biden. Puns, wordplay, and shit.
If it didn't have a Biden pun in it, I was gonna be so upset. Oh man, look at this celebration dance. That's just made my soul so happy.
Well, moving on from politics, what's the politics of the world of parkour? And by that, has anyone
climate right now is that I don't know.
Has anyone done anything sick?
Everyone's always doing sick stuff. I have to give my personal shout out to Joseph Marks from Modus Projects, because he's just on this year. He's been on a very cool creative endeavor of like connecting hands and feet springs to ledges. So it's like flip prees, but like half flip prees. So like diving cartwheels, diving little scoot things. But he's just got this kind of eye for it that is really unique, and he's really like structured and molded that over time. And so now almost every clip he's producing, if it's of that volition, I'm like, I need to go and try that instantly, because it's not unattainable. It's just that the actual brain side of it is like so unique. So I mean, that for me is like that's what's happening in the world of parkour right now. But the Tempest freerunning competition is going on, so if you want to go over to Tempest freerunning and vote for that, that's also a thing.
Can we have a look?
Happening. What I was impressed with when I went through the stories was the amount of female submissions.
This is Instagram?
It was like, so many females with 6 submissions this month. And I was like, seeing a good rise all around the world. Dude. Okay. What I am excited for is Sydney Parkour this summer, because we have so many young guys who are just on the level and keen, and so many people who are like out training every day, like, you know, strong, like just community wise. I feel like it's going to pop off, and there's going to be some awesome shit done, both in like movement wise and just like jam wise, because I'm sorry to European and UK and maybe American listeners who are in lockdown. I've gone recently back into lockdown. You have my sympathies. But here we've managed to, speaking of government, have a decent reaction. And so we haven't gone into a second lockdown. And I'm really excited to see what the community can produce this summer as a whole, because we have this like kind of really good vibe at the moment. And, you know, our summers are always just crazy long days of sunshine. And the younger guys have holidays from school as well. So everyone gets a chance to just come out and really progress and really push each other. I remember when I first started, 2007. So yeah, I started in the middle of 2007, and then summer holidays, 2007 into 2008. And I just like progressed so much. I managed to like go from not being able to like land a front or back to being able to do like round off full, round off back whip, like double backflip off height, like all these sorts of shit just like unlocked over the summer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because you just spend hours and hours and hours out enjoying movement. You forget about the extensiveness of it, and you just do so much. That kind of overload your system, which is great. So yeah, keen to see that.
Getting excited.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I think that's like the whole thing ending this project. It's been really on my mind. It's just really getting back into like massive jam days, trying to get into the gym more, trying to like just really diversify as much movement as possible and really soak back into that lifestyle. Because if I'm doing 14-hour days on set, what's to say I can't be doing 14 hours days on parkour? Huh?
Of course.
Huh?
So here's the putting you on the spot. You're coming down to Adelaide.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, it'd be cool to come down. You've sent me a bunch of spots. You should probably just save like them specifically somewhere.
They're already
because
on
I'm
our
not gonna
WhatsApp.
remember.
They're like on our WhatsApp. So when we go, oh, we're gonna do the thing, I'll just go through the pictures and be like, oh, I like this one.
And then you know where they are. Cool.
Do you want to have like a jam? Because maybe you're not going to be down here for the monthly jam. So I could talk to Travis and be like, hey, jam. Or do you want to just go around, do some things?
I think probably nothing formalized, nothing official.
Good.
Because like I'll just, reach out to people and just maybe post on like a page if they have it, like on a certain day. But, I think it's more for me and Saturday to kind of get away than it is to go and like to hold a jam.
I'm gonna hold a jam.
Yeah, we're coming to see you, buddy.
Good.
And
It'll be great.
just get a different thing. That's if we don't have to quarantine on either of the ways, because
dude.
I've made it all the way through 2020 without having to do any lockdown or quarantining. Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
Madam,
Australia's just doing so well right now with all that shit.
A few of my friends that went back to Brisbane had to go into
really?
Quarantine for 2 weeks. And I was
Sucks.
just like, that's very close to me, so I'm not gonna I don't want to do that.
I'm coming up to Sydney and then I'm coming back without any quarantine, so I think we're good. How's the weather up there? The weather hit about 32, 34 down here.
It's doing its on and off rain for a couple of weeks. Summer rain coming in,
sick.
and then it'll be summer. Yeah, like you mentioned.
Yeah. Well,
but very fortunately, the project I was doing was indoors, so even though it was just kind of depressing when you're outside, but I didn't have to miss too much training that I would have had otherwise.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
So I think it's gonna potentially dry up it'll definitely be dry by the time you come down, but there'll be a few more thunderstorms, I think, over the next week.
Yeah, it'll be good. Oh, what's
Classic.
that? What's that? A reminder to update some other bullshit. Right, shall we
pitch to the people if they have questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids and things. Oh, someone did say because we were reminiscing about shit, said the animated version of Robin Hood. How good was that? That was like
good one.
That was one of the best.
Yeah, Chippendale. This is like when I was a little bit older, but Chippendale Rescue Rangers was so good.
Yeah.
I also watched Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Dude, have you seen how bad that is now? And Bananas in Pajamas? They're all like
the updated animation and stuff.
Dude, they're just like freaky 3D things. And it's like, fuck you.
The first one they ruined for me was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where they made the 3-dimensional Nickelodeon ones, and I was like, oh my god, what have you done?
Because they were all pixelated and shit as well, were they not? Or they were just not good?
At first they weren't good, and then they got worse in a way, taste-wise for me. Like, even worse.
Yep, motherfuckers. All right, here's one from Will Wee. He says, have you ever trained barefoot over a decent period of time?
Once for about a month or 2 months in 2009. And then never again. I have pussy feet now. Also, your name reminds me of Will Wheaton. So,
Oh yes, I don't.
Big Bang
actually
reference.
Yeah, all right. Good. Austin McKenna says, never seen Dom ever reply to a comment, ever. That's because Dom doesn't look at the comments.
Oh, during this period?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And-
don't because I'm talking and I can't do two things at once.
Yeah.
But if you go to my Instagram or you comment on the actual YouTube video of this, you will get a reply.
Boom.
Most likely. If it's interesting. If you say something boring, then probably not.
Cool flip, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Shout out to Loki, who has been in the chat. Haven't seen that motherfucker for a while.
He's been coming out to jams again. It's been sick. This is what I mean. Like the community's like, you got old heads coming out. New heads coming
Really?
out.
That's really sick.
Yeah.
Damn, Sydney crew represent.
It's a vibe.
Yeah. Bam. Robot Chicken is on YouTube. Good to know. Damn, there's a...
Did that person just want us to watch Robot Chicken so he could see us react to Robot Chicken? Like,
maybe.
Dom and Jarran react. Should we just do a podcast where it's us reacting?
Depends. Can we take a bunch of acid? Like, isn't that the only time
I
Robot
mean,
Chicken...
are those two questions even related?
Obviously. This one looks like a question, but no, it's not a question. I have to read all the comments because half of them are in broken English and don't have question marks. I need a question mark.
I can't read.
Yes, Vanille,
Well,
I can see you.
Stuff. Okay, I will just say stuff.
Yeah.
And while you're reading stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Let's just say that Vanille has been spamming in the comments. Oh, should we go to translate? Someone wrote something in Russian.
Da. Translate it, yes, блядь.
All right, we'll do it on the screen.
You make me bled on the screen.
Google's translates. This is gonna be funny if it's just like all screwed up. There are Russian. No, that wasn't great.
Нет, they not Ruski.
Man, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Нет,
I thought it was
Ruski.
gonna be like "and your face," but it was not.
And that would have been much more climactic if it was "and your face." Good one. I'm glad that we translated that.
Yes.
Yes.
Basically, yes. A guy called GhostWolf9999 says you used a song called Pineapple by me in a video called Fix It! ! I'd like to ask Jarran if you have anywhere I could find it. No, and I don't even know the song you're talking about. Did I write a song called Pineapple?
Maybe. But you can go to my YouTube and if you type in Domtomato Fix It! ! That would be the video.
Right. And then I'll tell you why I haven't put it anywhere.
Jarran's probably one of his songs where he's not very proud of it.
Oh, you mean like most of my songs?
Stop it.
La 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 la.
Be more proud of your stuff.
All right, there
you go. Jump cities and smiles.
All right. Oh shit, there is a song called Pineapple. Nope. Don't remember this song at all.
Yeah, I remember when you made this for me.
I feel like
Possibly
I've never...
this...
All right. This sounds like I made it on an NPC live and possibly didn't save the session. that happens to a lot of
So the only
tracks.
existence of that track is in that video.
Yeah, possibly. Like,
so you'll have to do what I do and just download the video's audio file, and it will forever just be with my audio in it.
Yep. And there you go. One thing I am going to do is basically go through all the videos, not the videos, all the tracks that I've made for Dom, and I'll release some under my own name and some under Beat Division. and it will be good. Probably the ones with beats will go into beat division, and the ones with my vocals, which are most of the monthly ones, will go there. How's the drugs going? I've got some eye drops. Dom doesn't do
Caffeine.
drugs, but I've got some eye drops that I've been putting in because it's like,
List the eye drops.
yeah. Oh, is there a Farang tour in the future? Says Pepe the Frog.
We very much would love to do one in 2021, like, a couple of jams in some place, but it's been very hard for the team not being able to travel and not being able to get together. Makes it just our kind of unity once a year a little bit harder. But for sure, we have talked about the potential of doing another tour as soon as the globe opens back up. Getting with all you people.
Yeah,
for jumps.
I didn't even know that Farang did tours. What are some of the tours that you've done?
2017, we did like a Europe tour. 2018, we did America tour. 2011, they did a Euro tour. 2000 and what was the other one? We did 2015, I think it was 2016, where we did like Spain, and a couple of other places together. But yeah, we do like basically it's not like a huge tour. It's more like we go around and we hold jams in different cities so we can catch up and hang out with different people and meet different communities and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I get you.
And we just like usually make some videos from it because we make videos.
You've got a Dom. Will you ever go to Adelaide? I'm guessing that is before we talked about going to Adelaide. So yes, he's probably gonna go to Adelaide.
Yeah.
At some point, it'll be great. Can you say bonjour?
Bonjour. Bonjour. That's really bad. Wait. Bonjour. Bonjour.
There's a very humble brag
Bonjour.
by Eat Bullets here, which is it normal to get a B twist on the first day of training?
Yes. If you're Jenks.
Good. I can't read this question because I'm guessing it's from Slovakia. Could be wrong.
You can do another awesome Jarran translates for a
Jarran translate.
in your face.
Jarran translate on the screen. It's a
And
new
your head.
segment.
That's what you're looking for. So if it's not and your head, are you going to be really disappointed again?
And your face.
Someone just comment and your face in a different language. Otherwise, Jarran's never going to sleep tonight.
Oh no, it's the no. Wait.
You've
No,
definitely
that's
messed this up, Jarran.
Yeah, I have. It's definitely not that one. All right, wait. There we go. All right. If
This is why we can't have nice things. This.
How are you?
How?
Are you okay? There you go.
I am good, and I am okay.
Boom.
Not mentally, but I haven't been for years. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Whoa. It's getting dicey.
Dicey.
Oh,
Like.
Raphael Bolton, it's his birthday. And can you shout him out? Shout out to you.
Happy birthday, Raphael Bolton!
Close enough.
On the internet forever.
Close enough. What has been your first inspiration to start to workout?
Workout? Dude, I don't work out. So I like doing things, mostly skill-based things, even manual labor things, but I don't like working out. I would rather shovel soil all day than lift weights because I need to see the pile grow. And then I'm like, look, I dug this whole thing. I moved all this soil. I don't know, like there's something not tangible about like repetition of movement, even body weight training, like all that sort of stuff that I just like can't do it.
You're just a Labrador. You're just like running around and shit.
Yeah. I'd rather have an activity though. That's my kind of, I would say, if you find it hard to work out, find activities that you like doing that have high levels of exertion or that are good for you. Like in my downtime now, where I'm not like jumping, my girlfriend and I like to go for bushwalks, and that's so we end up like walking like 3 to 5K through the bush, and then end up like actually trekking through bush as well most of the time. So there's, it ends up being quite a like not strenuous, but like a good physical activity at the same time. So just find activities that you like to do that also interlace with like, you being outdoors, or you doing fitness, or you doing something like that.
Mm-hmm. I want to start roller hockey, but it's really hard because there's a population of 1.3 million in this whole state.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of things that you have to like organize or like get on board with.
Fucking shit. Like, and then you have to be part of a team, and then there's inter-team politics, let alone the soccer mums. And if it's not soccer mums, it's soccer girlfriends, and everyone's driving an SUV, and suddenly you got to go to barbecues on the weekend.
I hate anything that you have to like do at a certain time per week. Like that's why I don't go to the gym like that much. It's because like you have to go at 7:30 to 9:30. Like, what if I don't feel like it at 7:30 at night? Okay, what if I wanted to go at 12 p.m.?
Well, then you join a 24-hour gym and you turn up.
No, gymnastics club.
Oh, gymnastics. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
Sorry. Yeah. Because open session's always in the evening. I'm like, yeah, but I'm already done training. By then, I've already spent 7.5 hours training. I don't want to spend another 2, but I'm going to try. But you know what I mean? Like, it's the scheduled things. It's like, I don't like that's why I like if you can go to the park, like, play footy with your mates or kick the ball around or, play a game. That's fine. Like, frisbee or whatever, because it's informal. You can do it at any time. You don't have to show up for a schedule.
Yeah, can take methamphetamine, do it at 2 a.m, that kind of thing.
Yeah, Jarran, whatever you feel like doing, man. You do you.
That's what the kids do nowadays. Yeah.
That's ultimate frisbee.
Ultimate frisbee, where you're just like, just get it all going.
Throw it. Just fucking throw it.
Someone keeps asking the same question, and I can't say your name because it's in Russian, but it's, what is the hardest trick you've ever made? It's
really hard to say, because what's like hardest for me to do isn't like, I don't know what ranking of tricks have. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is the hardest? Like, I can do 720 front. That's pretty hard. I don't see many people actually doing that move. I know like 3 to 5 people that have done that move outside, but I don't think it's the hardest move to do. Mm-hmm. I think like full in back out is harder, and I still haven't done a full in back out on ground.
Yeah.
But Congainer is also like just a never endingly hard move. Like, so many people can do them now, but it's not like a sub part. If you can do a Congainer, it's already like high level as fuck. So it's hard to say what is like the hardest move. Triple cork, triple tap, triple A twist. Anything with a triple spin, those were hard for me. And then I don't know. Like, I didn't find double back, double side, or like double front that strenuous comparatively to all the other things, but they're meant to be way harder. Like, way less people do double rotations than double spins.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, makes sense. I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit tired.
Yeah, well, I'm not tired at all. But so what do you cup?
Oh, I see what you did there. There.
Yeah, but that's definitely a good way to end it, with a bad joke.
Yeah, that was a terrible joke. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, Jarran.
Oh no, I appreciate you in the most Californian sense of the word. I don't know.
That's confusing.
They just say
good night.
Bye.